things you did not know about the Waterboy. It was released November 6th, 1998. Had a budget of just $23 million. It made over $190 million at the box office. Quick side note, by the way. So I did a video short about Peter Dante. He actually played the quarterback on the team in The Waterboy, and he was in all of the early Adam Sandler movies. But in 2013, he hasn't been in one since because he had an incident at a hotel and some things happened. Apparently, that video sends people into a weird time vortex where they don't understand time at all. Because between Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, I've had well over 1,000 comments of people pointing out to me that Peter Dante was in Grown Ups 2, so you're wrong about this. The event or the occurrence that happened at the hotel room happened right after Grown Ups 2 came out. I don't think people understand Grown Ups 2 is over 10 years old. I legitimately think that they believe it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, I can't believe that Waterboy was in 1998. I would never guess it was that long ago.
I remember the hype for that movie and all my friends just talking about how funny it was in high school.
I remember I saw it in the theater, and this was the first movie I remember the crowd interacting. Like there were like when he was demolishing people on the football field, the audience was cheering like it was a legitimate football game. Like I had never been around that before. It was crazy.
You know what? I didn't recognize the opposing coach was the dude from Smokey and the Bandit for the longest time. I never realized that was him until like maybe about 15 years ago. It finally clicked. It's like, oh.
So one of the original ideas for the movie was to film it in black and white and have it set in the 1950s.
Oh, okay.
Now, Kathy Bates, she read the first 12 pages of the script and she said to herself, this is a piece of shit, and threw it in the garbage.
That's my boy.
Her niece found the script and then got excited because she saw Adam Sandler's name attached to it. And the niece convinced Kathy Bates to do the movie.
All right. Good on the niece.
Now, the movie was based in Louisiana because Sandler and his friends had previously had a blast at Mardi Gras. So you might think, well, they just filmed it in New Orleans then. Because that's kind of what it seems like Adam Sandler does at this point. He just makes movies to go hang out with his friends at exotic and fun destinations. Well,
it seems like all they do is just it's an ATM for them to go on vacation.
Yeah, like what was it? Just Go With It. They got to go to Hawaii.
Yep. Hawaii.
But yeah, so they didn't actually film this in New Orleans. This was filmed in Florida, Frank's neck of the woods.
I think like around Orlando, right?
Orlando, Daytona Beach, and Lakeland.
Just the three spots.
Well, there was a couple other in there, but I had to bring those ones up because I knew people that I worked with in South Florida that were from Lakeland, and they're just like, it's a shithole. Like there's nothing there.
There's nothing. It's right above Tampa before you get to Tampa, and it's for fishers.
For fishers. So
for fishers.
The filmmakers wanted to have a real bowl game in the movie, but none of them would sign up for it. So they ended up making up the fictional Bourbon Bowl.
Hey, fits Louisiana.
Really, now, the Bourbon Bowl is a better name than 90% of the bowls that actually
exist. Need to bring that back.
Yep.
Do that again.
And apparently Adam Sandler
sucks.
And Adam Sandler was actually pretty good at football growing up. He won a punt, pass, and kick competition.
Okay.
Which means I do need to show you guys this picture.
Of Andy Reid?
Yeah.
When he was like 12 years old?
Anybody who's never seen this before, you can see the date. It's December 13th, 1971. That is the Kansas City Chiefs head coach, Andy Reid. He's like 12 years old. That kid is just like, they're the same age. And then you wonder why he won the punt, pass, and kick competition.
And you wonder why he's 500 pounds now.
And you also wonder how the Jets were ever 6-2 at one point.
Hey, man, they were doing it. Was it the Sanchez years?
I think that was probably like the Sanchez year where they actually did pretty good.
But fumble, absolutely.
All right, we're going back to this picture here. I meant crap. Going back to the
crap.
Well, I meant to get better pictures for this, but slicing my finger open kind of put the kibosh on that. So Bobby's father in the movie is played by the director Frank Karachi, and even though Karachi is only 7 months older than Sandler. And finally, the movie was the 5th highest grossing movie of 1998, despite the fact that critics just blasted it. They absolutely hated this movie.
I hate all his movies.
Can you guys name the 4 movies that were above The Waterboy in 1998?
Rush Hour.
I like how confident that was, though.
Austin Powers. I know
Titanic year, or is it Titanic earlier than that?
Oops! I gave a point to Frank. It means you get 2 points, Icky. So I don't feel like holding the button down to get it to go to a -1. Yeah, Titanic
Your
was
fingers
number
are
1.
broken. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were the other ones?
I just forgot the one I just said. Was it I Know What You Did Last Summer? I'm trying to think 98, like what would have been out at that time.
Horror movie. Saving Private Ryan.
Hey-oh! Think about another point.
98.
Yeah, so that was number one. Number 1 was Titanic, and number 3 was Saving Private Ryan. If I give you a hint for number 2, you're going to get it right off the bat. Do you guys want the hint?
Yeah, go nuts.
Ben Affleck's giant teeth.
Armageddon.
Yeah. And then the 4th one, it's a comedy. Trying to give you a better hint.
So there's something about Mary.
Absolutely. Fantastic job right there.